All right, y'all. We're still in the June editions of the 101 with the Supervillain series with me, the resident supervillain, Mr. Jay Washington. It is the summertime, and you probably can hear outside of my apartment, people are in the pool. I don't trust the pool. It's like community soup. I'm cool with that. But nonetheless, I love talking to everybody I get a chance to come back around and talk to, especially when they live in the middle of hell. And by hell, I mean Phoenix, because it's probably 190,000 degrees out there. I'm talking about the homie, Mr. Rudy Rueda. What up, Rudy?
Hey, Jay.
How hot is it out there?
It is a cool 102 today.
Man, listen, I was just in Vegas this Saturday for all of 3-4 hours, and that shit got unnecessarily hot. Like when the plane got into the gate and they turned the plane off, you could feel the heat coming in. And then I was like, if Vegas is like this, Phoenix got to be worse. I was like, I don't want this in my soul. Like, but now I have one of my best friends since we were like 10. He moved out to Chandler. So he was like, yo, whenever you want to come out here, you got places, you got gigs, whatever, you got a spot. I was like, cool. I've been wanting to come out there anyway. I just want to do some shows out there. But also, I just don't want to die of heat stroke. Like, I don't know how that'll work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm scared.
Yeah, it's, just come during the winter. That valley is a lot cooler. You can drive through. No problem.
What is it, like a 97 degrees then?
It'll get as cold as like 60. As hot as like 80 something.
See, that's a norm. That sounds like something that should be just normal. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like that should just be, this is the basics. And you just don't have that. Yo, where the fuck is my Grubhub driver going? Like, I'm watching this dude literally drive away. He's supposed to be en route to my food, but this motherfucker is driving away. Where the fuck are you going? It is very much, I'm sorry, it's so upsetting because it's like watching an Uber driver where you're like, yo, where are you going?
Yeah.
Like I'm here. Why are you going all around? Like, are all the streets closed? But what's been going on with you, man?
Not a lot. Just been streaming a bunch. I'm actually going to go to Albuquerque this weekend. Out of the blue. Family and friends. I wasn't supposed to go, but I have a friend in San Diego. She's driving through, and she's like, hey, can I stop and crash at your place for a day? Like, that'll be easy because then I only got to drive 6 hours, and then you and I can hang out, and then I'll drive the other 6 hours. And I was like, yeah, you can come and crash at my place, no problem. Like, I don't mind being a midway point. And then she messaged me a few hours later, and she's like, actually, do you want to come with me to Albuquerque? And I was like, yeah, actually, I do. I haven't been to Albuquerque since the pandemic started, and I got a lot of friends and family out there that I haven't seen in a while. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go with you. And then I told my parents because I need like my brother and sister can watch my dog, but I was like, hey, I'm going out of town, so like, just telling parents, keeping them in the loop.
Yeah.
And then, oh, that's weird. We're actually also going to Albuquerque, and I was like, doing in Albuquerque? Like, oh, we're picking up a trailer and then hanging out with our friends. And I was like, can I ride with you then? Can like me and my friend like with you because she's catching a ride in, and then her friend's leaving the next day because she has family out here. And so now I'm instead of spending like 2 days in Albuquerque, I'm spending 3, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. It was a weird confluence of events, man.
You're like, wait, y'all like so? How about we all just?
Can I save on gas and just ride with you?
I know that's right. That's the main thing. Like, can I just save on gas? Because it is a 6-hour drive from here to Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that would make sense why everybody that was doing the Schmodown was so easily able to take that drive. I was like, yeah, I used to do that when I was doing a lot of road shows in Chicago, like not Chicago to Phoenix, shit like that. But I would take Traverse City, Michigan is like 5 hours away. And there are people who like, yo, I like to take these drives. I'm like, yeah, it can be cool when there's shit to see. Like, when you're just looking at trees at a certain point, you're like, all right, fuck this woods. Like, we don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, there's something called highway hypnosis that people suffer, and it's like a documented thing.
Nebraska will give it to you. Because when I moved here, so it was me and my buddy Bobby. We drove, because he drove the first leg, because we started at night, and he was like, I can do overnight. I don't give a shit. So we went from Illinois to Iowa, Nebraska, Colorado, Nevada, Arizona to California.
Mm-hmm.
When you get in Nebraska, you're like, oh, this is how people commit suicide.
Jesus.
Because your brain, like the hypnosis, like you say, there is nothing. So your brain, which is this is people don't get about the human brain. It's so amazing what our brains can do. Your brain, after a while, will start saying, here's some shit you need to see, but it don't be shit there. You're like, oh man, that was a person humping a cactus. You're like, nobody humping a cactus at all. None of that shit. You're like, wait, did I just see two rocks squaring up and fighting? No, you just saw some rocks there. Like, your brain, you might want to pay attention to the road while you look at the shit on the side of the road. That just oh no, matter of fact, I forgot one of the states we drove through because I forgot Utah. We drove through Utah.
Okay.
That was terrifying because, like, I've been to Salt Lake City. Everybody knows that I go to Salt Lake City all the time. It's cool being in the downtown area of Salt Lake City, the little 8 square blocks I stay in. Bam, good God. But driving through, it looks like the hills have eyes. It looks like where they filmed it.
Oh, really? I've never been to Utah, so that's interesting.
No, we were driving, and I've never in my life ever before then used the phrase chase the sunset. We were chasing the sunset. I was like, I do not. It felt like one of those sundown towns. They were just driving on the highway. I was like, I do not want to be caught out here where there are no street lights and any of this when this shit goes dark. Because, like, we don't hear all the stories, all the people that were, they were just trying to chase their dream. And what happened to them? They gone. Like,
never heard from them again.
Never heard from him again. Like, I don't want to be that person. So I was terrified, bro. Like, I was legitimately scared. Jesus. I remember, and like I said, I hadn't, and that was before I'd been there. That was before I'd ever been to Utah. Like, I just, you hear about certain states. Like, there's a comedy festival. It's the 208 Festival in Boise, Idaho. And a lot of people be trying to do it, and a lot of black people. I'm like, yo, I've never heard of any black people going to Boise outside of this comedy festival. What the fuck is y'all doing? Like, they gonna grind you niggas up into potatoes. Like, don't do this. Like, save yourself, man. Like, so it's interesting this country though, in different parts and stuff. And when you hear the legacies and the stories behind them of like, yo, don't get caught in this place or don't be here, and you're like, yeah, I don't think I want to. Like, I was talking to somebody. What was I talking to him? I think I was talking to him Saturday in Vegas. It was a wrestler. And we were talking about how, because it was Juneteenth and how you still have you got some white people basically like, why the fuck you got to celebrate the day that they let the last slaves know that they were free? It was like, say that out loud again. Just say that out loud. But like, we were talking about it, and we were talking about how you do a lot of shows in different racist towns that aren't racist when you're doing the shows. Like, I've done shows in Evansville, Indiana, which is like right over the border of Louisville, Kentucky. They're like right there, right?
Okay, yeah.
Evansville is racist as fuck. It's got a lot of it's got black people there, but it's racist as shit. But they like their black people when you entertaining them, when you telling jokes, you good.
That's how it always is,
man. That's how it always is. What is this? That's how it always is. And it's annoying because it's like, shouts out. I feel like the Elotes dude needs to get a recording contract because my man just yelled Elote is hard as hell and it just came through the wall. Like,
there's a place down the street for me that serves elote en vaso and fruta en vaso, and I get that shit like every couple of weeks. I'll just go in and just be like, con todo, gracias, see you later.
Okay, my internet is acting stupid for some reason. I'm gonna have to. I know what I'm probably have. I'm gonna reset my router later after we're done with this. But I'm like, I pay too much for my internet for myself for my shit to be acting up. But also, Spectrum Internet is ass. So like, it's just, and they have a monopoly on it out here.
Yeah,
which sucks so bad, man. But yeah, I've been trying to, like, I was walking. I got food on the way, which is we already know. I left out the house. I was like, yo, I'm finna go. Someone go walk down the street. I know a bunch of the little taco stands and everything set up, and I walked to the taco stand. I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. Nope. Then I walked into Starbucks. I was like, I can get some out of Starbucks. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. So I walked back home and went on Club and ordered a quesadilla and some El Pastor tacos.
I mean, that sounds real fucking good.
It is. I just don't. Your order is on the way and we'll ride between 5:10 and 5:20. Cool. At least they set up my damn doorbell now so I can buzz them up. But yeah, man. Like everything's I'm glad to hear everything's good with you.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, man.
Yeah, I've been stocking some recordings because we did Cruella and then me and my sister did Army of the Dead, and then I think I want to. Did you see the trailer for the movie that's coming out? They literally just dropped today. Harder They Fall.
The Black Cowboy movie, is there something like that I heard about?
Yeah.
I just saw it. I haven't watched it. I'm gonna watch it.
It's got everybody, Jay. It's got Regina King, Idris Elba. Sorry to bother you. What the hell is his name?
Lakeith Stanfield or
yes.
Jermaine? Okay.
No, Lakeith Stanfield. And dude from Lovecraft Country,
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, he's in it too. It's a stacked fucking cast.
Is it a theatrical movie or is it Netflix, Amazon, or?
I think it's a Netflix movie because they're like a Netflix movie, and I was like, okay, Netflix, you really not afraid to throw these coins around?
Well, you got to see. Here's the thing. I was talking to somebody about this a couple months ago. They were like, how is Netflix able to make all these movies and everything they make? I'm like, subscriptions, dog. No, as much as people talk, the average Netflix subscription now is like what, $10, $13? They went up to about $13. They have over 200-300 million subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
They're making a couple of billion a month. So
yeah.
For any you like, yo, they got the dough.
They're not afraid. They're like, go to somewhere else. See if they give you the Black Cowboy movie. Bet.
Also, you know what else is cool? Because they're not afraid to fail.
Yeah.
They're not, because Altered Carbon was supposed to be their show, and then they was like, we're just gonna let this go by the wayside.
Yeah, they even tried with Anthony Mackie on that one, and they're like, yeah, even Anthony Mackie can't save this one.
They was like, yeah, this ain't gonna last the way we thought it was gonna last. So, but again, you got places that aren't making that type of money they're like, yo, it's a risk. For we always go back to the Snyder Cut. That was a move to pull in subscribers. Everybody, people always like the streamers. Was like, that's a move for subscribers. They want this money to come in. They don't give a fuck if you watch. They don't care if you watch this 7 times in a row. They don't care.
I saw it twice and that was too much. I saw it once and that was too much.
I mean, then they decided to put it in grayscale. I was like, that's unnecessary. But when you have, people forget about the amount of subscribers people have. And then some people go, oh, well, people are sharing passwords. Okay, that's fine. But that still doesn't take away from hundreds of millions of subscribers.
Yeah, they could have more, but honestly, it's in their best interest to just not crack down. I know they said somewhere like they were trying to crack down, but I was like, you're not going to get, there's no way you get that to work right.
I mean, I think was it Disney Plus that only allowed, like, because at one point Netflix was talking about they were only going to allow you to do it on 3 devices. I remember that.
Yeah.
Like, you can only have your account active. You can put it on anything, but it can only be active at one time on 3 different devices. So like I could have it on my laptop, my Roku, and my phone. And if I had all 3 of them playing for some God unknown reason, then that was it. Whoever else has my password couldn't get in.
Yeah.
But it's like, again, sharing passwords is it's one of those things. It's like, it's just going to be the way things are. It's unfortunate. I mean, I hate to say it the way it's unfortunate. It's just going to be the way things are. Like HBO Max, I got somebody's password. They sent it to me. They was like, yo, you can use my account. I didn't even ask for it. They sent it to me. They have 7 profiles set up. So I was like, I'm going to just go into yours because I don't want to fuck up nobody else's, because I'll just start. I've been watching wild shit on HBO Max. Like, my brain just starts saying, you know what you should watch? Like, I just started rewatching Oz. Do you understand?
Oh, shit. I was too young. I was too young when Oz came out. My parents were like, no, you can't watch this. You can't watch this.
I remember when it came out because I think I was like 17, 18. I remember when it dropped, and I was like, "Is shit like this for real?" And then you start hearing the stories about like it's a little bit fictionalized, but for the most part, yeah. I was like, "Whoa." Because like the one thing I think I was afraid of always seeing was the prison rape. Like you see it once or twice, but it's implied a lot of other times.
Yeah.
But then also I was talking yesterday. I think I was talking yesterday with somebody. When you watch Oz, you find out, you look at how many stars are on that show that came out of the show. J.K. Simmons comes from Oz.
Shit, really?
He played the Nazi. He played a Nazi in Oz.
Okay.
Then he goes to Law and Order after that because it's like it was weird because the show about prison put motherfuckers in either. Hold on, this is my
Yeah.
Let me grab my food real quick. Be right back.
Let's go. Yeah. Get your stuff.
Appreciate it. But yeah, you got Oz, you got him, Ahmad Walker, who ended up popping on Chicago Fire. He was there. You got so many people who came through. Kirk Acevedo, that was when he first got. So he ended up being. Remember, the fuck was his name? The Dragon on Arrow.
Oh yeah,
him.
Oh shit.
He started through. So it's like when you look at all these shows. I know I was talking to Jason Emmon last night, him and Ashley, and it's also that if you're on an HBO show that's a hit, you pretty much are securing your career.
Yeah.
Look, Adam Driver is successful because of Girls.
Yeah, and then God, why can't I think of it? The fucking Boston show, or not Boston, Baltimore show that everybody loves.
The Wire.
The Wire, yeah, that one launched. That one, I think, was Idris Elba on that one? Or?
That's Idris Elba.
Yeah,
okay. That's how you get Idris Elba as a main name. Michael B. Jordan gets his start on that. You get all these people. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan was young in The Wire.
Yeah, holy shit. That.
You see, I looked at your face because you just had that realization, like, fuck, yeah.
When somebody's like, oh yeah, he was in that movie from way back when you were a kid, and you're like, oh fuck.
But that's the thing, you think about these HBO shows and like these stars that have come out of them. Like a lot of people forget their origins. Well, their origin, because it's always they've been acting or whatever, but it's their big break is one of those things. Like now, if you were on Game of Thrones within the first 4 or 5 seasons, you good.
Yeah. Oh,
you're good.
Yeah, we got the fucking Scorpion, the Mandalorian. I don't know if he was big before that. Yeah,
Pedro Pascal's through that. Yeah. We got Iron Fist through that. We got Iron Fist. Here's the thing. Okay, here's the problem. All he did was play a gay soldier who really wasn't brave, and they were like, "Yo, he'd be perfect to be Danny Rand." And you're like, I know it's acting, but what about him said he could be the dude? Now, the second season of Iron Fist, he started to get it.
Yeah.
He got it.
I liked it. I liked the second season. I thought it was good. Well, I thought it was better.
Because he got it then. You know what I'm saying? He was starting to catch on. But you have the first season, you were like, why is this a thing? Why is this happening? Well, this is terrible.
Yeah.
And so you had that. But you get like, who else? I mean, of course, Jason Momoa. He comes from that. Amelia Clark. Amelia Clark will work forever.
Oh yeah. She's a staple now. She might not be doing like A list, but she'll never want for a job.
She's in Marvel's Secret Invasion.
Holy shit, is she really?
Yes.
I missed that. I fucking missed that.
Yeah, she's in Secret Invasion, dog.
Good for her. Holy
Secret
shit.
Invasion. Secret Invasion got A-list people. It already got Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn, right?
Yeah.
Olivia Colman, who was just nominated for a fucking Oscar. Amelia Clarke and Christopher McDonald. Yes.
Didn't Olivia Colman win?
I think she might
for the favorite. Yeah, for the favorite.
Yeah, she won for the favorite. She won. Yeah, I'm sorry, she won.
Fuck.
You got Olivia, bro.
I've heard nothing on Secret Invasion. I knew that was a thing they were working on, but I've not been keeping up.
No, they've been making like the cast announcement they making. They're like, yo, Marvel's showing you that A-list actors are like, oh, I see the benefit of this now. Because, you know, people used to always joke, oh, you're going to be in a comic book movie? And the comic book movie start making $1 billion and some change at the box office and allow you to do everything else you ever wanted to do in your career. So now you're like, yeah, how do I get in this? The only one that still surprises me is the Mahershala Ali because of how it happened.
Oh, yeah, as Blade?
Yeah, well, not him playing Blade, just because of how it, because you heard the story, right?
I don't think I heard how he got it.
When he first won the Oscar for Moonlight, he couldn't even get a meeting with Kevin Feige. They didn't want to touch him. It wasn't until he won the second one for Green Book that he was like, call him now. And they said, what do you want to do?
Oh, they were like, pick one. We'll make it work.
I mean, again, look, as much as people hate her for some weird ass reason because she speaks her mind, which is crazy. Brie Larson, the Academy Award winner for The Room. You get what I'm saying? You have Anthony Hopkins is Odin.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, also they got
Kate Blanchett played Hela.
That one was a wild casting for me when they announced that. I was like, really? Kate Blanchett's in Thor? That feels
and then
weird.
You saw Kate Blanchett in Thor, you were like, oh. You were like, you know, you might have looked at Kate Blanchett, was like, okay. But then you was like, why did she become a sex symbol that quick? Like she became a sex symbol so fast in Thor Ragnarok. But
she did.
Yeah, but that's the thing, like they've become so successful with their formula where the box office returns are good, the overall critical reviews are great. People are jumping over there. Like that's the crazy part about Warner Brothers not being able to pull anybody for their films.
Yeah, I just think the executives think they're digging it too much. Like they're just like, I have to give my 2 cents, or else why do I have this job?
Yeah, I agree. Because that's literally what it felt like. Like every executive is like, no, you know what? Well, that was a story because the story was one executive was like, well, this is what my kid wants to see. And so this is why I need this in the movie.
Good for your kid.
It's like, yo, like you sit there trying, I get it. As a parent, I get it. Like daddy has that power, but at the same time, you got to be like the viewing audience. You're already decided as a company, we're trying to play catch up with a company we can't keep up with. Like Marvel is 23 movies into this. Over 11, 12 years, you'll never catch up to them. Never.
Yeah.
Like, just run your own race, which they are. Which, by the way, did you hear what they're doing with Blue Beetle and Static and all them?
Not. I know they were doing Static. Michael B. Jordan was producing something for Static, but I haven't heard Blue Beetle.
The Blue Beetle movie is happening. It's the Jaime Reyes one. They've been said this. The director of Charm City Kings is doing it. Here's the problem. They throwing all that shit on HBO Max. It's an HBO Max original.
So is it a show or is it a movie?
It's a movie. Instead of putting it in theaters, it is solely for HBO Max.
That feels like a waste. Feels like a missed opportunity.
It is.
Because I don't want to call it a waste, but like...
It's a missed opportunity. Because they're trying to do what Justice League couldn't do. They're just trying to pull subscribers.
I was listening to... another podcast, and they were saying that like Marvel has 2 producers per movie who are there from, and I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly, but I think they said it's 2 producers per movie that follow the movie from inception to theatrical release, and they don't do anything else. That's it. You get attached to that movie, that's your baby. You watch that baby. You watch it grow from beginning to end. So anything that happens on that movie, like it gets passed through these two people. So like they're invested. They care deeply about what happens with the project and the people involved and everybody in front of and behind the camera. And like if that's the way that Marvel's been doing it, like that's amazing because that's really how you keep people invested. Because I'm not in tune with like the Hollywood machine or anything, but like it seems like other movie studios have like producers or like people who like overwatch films, like a bunch of different films at once. So they're never like yeah, I guess that kind of works, but and then they shuffle off to the next one.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Like Marvel's like no, you get this movie, and you get nothing else. We'll pay you.
And the one thing behind it is it just needs to make sure it does this thing. It has to do this one thing to connect and like it has to keep this thing flowing.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
And so that's amazing. And like if I was DC and I heard that that's what Marvel did, I'd be like, okay, at least copy that because you can tell that there's quality there. Like it feels like they're trying to pump out quantity.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
They're like we'll get it. We'll just pump out everything we can, and then that's it. And then Marvel's like, we'll give you 3 movies a year, and that's it.
And now they say they're about to jump and do 4,
which is why I'm as a fan, I'm very excited, but I'm interested to see how the general populace takes that. Like you get 1 every quarter.
I think the general, I think Marvel has proven that they can do it, and because, well, you got to think about it. Like Marvel has sat there and said, "All right, here's our movies. Right now, we go. Here's our movies." And we're doing mini-series TV shows, which are just extended ass movies, right? People, no matter what, have been on the ride. WandaVision wasn't supposed to be the first, but because of WandaVision, everybody's been like, yo, what's the next one? What's the next one? What's the next one? Right? So that's satiated that urge that everyone has had, right? Now we're getting ready to jump right in next week. Black Widow drops.
I thought that was 2 weeks. Is that next week?
Pretty much.
I mean, I trust you.
I mean, it might be 2 weeks. I
know it's July.
Yeah. You know what? I keep getting today's Thursday. Yes, 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, Black Widow's drop. I mean, Thursday. So in 2 weeks, Black Widow drops, right?
Yeah.
Now you got that ball rolling. By the time Black Widow goes around, Miss Marvel almost be getting ready to come out. And then even if Marvel slows down on their Disney Plus shows, it don't matter. They've given you so much already through this year. They've already given you so much because you might get Miss Marvel or Hawkeye next after Loki, but it don't matter as far as the Disney Plus show because they're already giving you so much. So like, you're like, all right, I'm cool. Because then.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was like, go ahead.
I was just saying because Loki, Widow. Then we get Eternals and then Spider-Man next year?
We get Eternals and Spider-Man this year.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well,
we get both of them. We get them in November and December. So again, if they don't have shit August, September, October, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because they finna they are about to lock up the holiday season. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking with a homie about it. We were like, the question we'd ask, like, what's going to be the first movie that bombs though? Or not proverbially bombs, but doesn't do the numbers that a Marvel movie should do. Because here's the problem with that statement. People will think every Marvel movie should do $1 billion. Every Marvel movie is not going to do $1 billion. We already know this.
Yeah.
But, like, what's going to make the lowest?
I know Captain America, the first Avenger, like, didn't do well. Like, that one and Ant-Man 1 were, like,
Ant-Man 2 just barely did better.
That's true. That's a shame because I kind of liked Ant-Man 2. I thought it was a lot of fun. Maybe not the best movie, but I thought it was.
Yeah, it just barely did better. But again, that's a movie that those are like. I hate to call them this, but that's what they vote because that's what they are. Along with like Thor: The Dark World, they're plot device movies. They're just a small cog in everything.
Yeah, a filler episode.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is only to show how everybody's gone and him learning to be big again. Him learning to be big again. Like, other than that, Ghost doesn't matter.
What happened to her? Holy shit. Maybe it isn't that great. I can't remember what happened to Ghost.
They basically get her to realize, oh, she's doing wrong and that she can be fixed. Because Michelle Pfeiffer helps fix her because she touches her with all that energy she has from the quantum realm.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Didn't that have Lawrence Fishburne too?
Yeah.
Damn. I would have liked to see him in another movie. I'd like to see him in another Marvel movie.
I mean, his character isn't dead.
Yeah, that's true.
His character's not dead, so it's possible. I mean, now you got Michelle Pfeiffer, you got Michael Douglas, you got all these, again, A-list stars who are like, it's crazy because you got A-list stars who are saying, I'll take a sizable chunk of my career and do this.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, lock me down for 4 movies. Let's go.
Let's go. Lock me in. Yeah. Let's do it. What you need? You need some appearances or something else?
I wonder, does that count? That's got to be in the contract, right? Like we'll give you like you're mainlining in like 4 different movies, but you got to like appear for like 3 minutes in another one.
Some of them do. Yeah, some of them do. Yeah, they count those in the contract. But again, they already know if you're going to appear in something, they try to do the convenience where it's like, all right, we just need you for like 2-3 days to knock out some shit real quick. We don't need you for the whole time. We just need you for a couple of days, knock out it. Like, because in TV shows, when they need people, they'll do the whole, we need you for a couple of days, and we'll film every single scene we have for you for the season in those couple of days. Because we got all the scripts already written out and everything we know we want to do with you. We'll film every single thing we need with you right then and there.
Okay.
Because
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
You didn't know what now?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that that's what they did. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. That makes sense, though.
Because you don't monopolize anybody's time.
Yeah.
If you start filming a movie like, all right, I need you to appear in it. We need you to appear in this next Fantastic Four movie. All right, how much do you need me for? Well, we got a couple, like 4 or 5 scenes. How big are the scenes? Okay, so we got you for maybe at the most a week to knock everything out we need with you. Because then you can go back doing whatever else she was doing.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, again, it's like if you're in this universe and you're like, yo, you're not gonna, I can still do what I want to do outside of this. My time isn't fully monopolized. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these movies are like, yeah, you're right though. Like Marvel's been like the this is where you get your bag. Like you get recognition and you get your bag, and then you get to do what like Tom Hiddleston did. He's been in these since fucking Thor 1, and now he's producing Loki. Like
I'm so glad you caught on that. People do not understand it. People like, wait, what? Yo, he getting the bag for real. Not just being Loki, producing Loki.
Mm-hmm. Like he made that much money, and then he gets to do all these fun little weird projects on the side that like he gets to like either produce or if he wants to get behind the camera or get like in front of the camera for like some like he can just do whatever he wants moving forward. He's fine. Like
it's so crazy because then like you look at, like you said, you see what they're able to do. Because again, I tell people, Chris Pratt, Guardians of the Galaxy turned him into an A-lister. Without Guardians, he doesn't do Jurassic World.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He doesn't touch. He doesn't do Jurassic World. The schlubby guy from Parks and Recs. Nah, he don't.
They might have given him like a cameo, like they did with that dude from New Girl, Jake Johnson.
No.
Yeah. Like maybe he gets a role like that, but I don't think he's the main guy.
Yeah, he's not the guy. Yeah, he's definitely not the guy.
Yeah.
But that's why you got people now. Let me get in one of these superhero franchises that's solid. And people, because again, you have Zachary Levi, who was already pretty decent in his own right with his career. Mm-hmm. Gets Shazam. Now what? Shazam actually, it makes a profit. It doesn't crack $1 billion. It doesn't do what these super expected numbers, but it made profit. It was enough for them to say, we do a Shazam too. because they already and they got Shazam 3 already set, which is like I don't even understand. I get it, but I don't because I'm like, why are you not just going for the Dwayne Johnson moment right now?
Yeah. Why isn't Black Adam getting pushed harder?
Just push that. Then let him do his movie solo later. But you should have had Black Adam in this joint from day one. Mark Strong is not a bad choice. I get it. Mark Strong is known for playing a good villain in a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. But if I can go Mark Strong, who's a great actor, but Dwayne Johnson, who's a box office generator.
You go with the money.
I go with the money because
he was. I was gonna say, even if you only put him in like the suit for a minute, and like he flies away. That's hype. That's hype for 2 already. Like people are like, I'm in. Let's go.
Already. All you got to see, because again, his hit. So you get Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and then Black Adam probably like back to back next year. Okay, we already know 3 Shazam, but the problem here's the thing: is we know Shazam 3 is gonna happen. What entices me, besides just okay, I want to see the movie, to go see the second? When what I really want to see is in the third.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see the second, but I'd rather see the 2 of them fight.
Yeah. You see dessert right over there, but you got to get through your veggies first. And it's like, fucking skip the veggies. I'm an adult.
Man, I want a motherfucking broccolini. I want to eat this shit. Fucking broccolini and asparagus.
No seasoning. Just boiled it. Served it on plate. What's wrong with you?
That's how I know I'm trying to take my fitness to a whole nother level when I just start buying broccolini on its own. Yeah, the dog agrees. That means you want some, but it's just you have these people that generate these numbers. Mm-hmm. Like we'll see what out is. So Doctor Strange, Black Adam has such a strong cast coming out of it now already too. You got fucking Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate.
Yeah, I'm excited for that because that is he. I mean, listen, Pierce Brosnan already looks great, but with the him with like the beard all fucking peppered in and shit, I'm like, Pierce, stop. Some of us still have to get lucky.
Did you do the eyes? Did you say Pierce? Stop. Which save some for the rest of us.
You can't be that old and look that good. Goddamn, man.
Fuck around. Daniel Craig, after he done with Bond, jumping one of these movies, then you know it's over. If Daniel Craig jumps in one of these movies, I'm like, well, I mean, what the fuck? Like, there's
no hope.
I tell everybody, I want that Brian Tyree Henry type of career though. Start off on Atlanta, which is a hot show, and then just start getting peppered in everywhere. Do Into the Spider-Verse. I'm a voice actor in that. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Now I'm an Eternal.
Yeah, he's playing the weapons maker.
Fastos.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited.
People have already started trying to bitch and complain about that because Fastos is going to be openly gay and married. Loki's already established. Yeah, Loki then was like, Loki fucks dudes and women. Okay, what more do you want? But everybody,
Loki fucks everything. He's like, oh, you cute. Come here.
Right, Loki fucks everything. Like that. He's the trickster. He has turned himself into bitches to fuck a king just to turn back into a dude. Was like, ha, you put your dick in me. Like Loki does that shit. But like, there's some black people. Why the black superhero dude got to be gay? Because gay people exist. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, there's not just white gay people. There's gay people of all colors and okay.
You're like, why that brother got to be? Because he Paperboy. He's an actor. Paperboy is a role. Okay, Paperboy is a role. His next role is a role as a gay man. Now what? Oh, see, this is just how they try to emasculate black men. I will kill you. I will kill you.
That's not a thing. Please tell me that's not a thing.
Man, listen, let me tell you something. There has always been this stigma for the past several decades that has come out that there's the emasculation of the black man because there was this thing in slavery that was called breaking the buck. So it was where you had the bigger black dudes, the stronger black slaves, and the slave masters would rape them.
Oh, Jesus.
So there's the precedent for it. Mm-hmm. Now you get all these people, these actors and comics who've worn dresses and wigs and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, that's just trying to emasculate the black man even further. When, don't get me wrong, I'm of the mindset that you do not need to always put on a dress or a wig to be fucking funny. I'm under the mindset of that. Yeah. But for some people, it's worked. Tyler Perry has made an entire career of it. You know what I'm saying? Martin had a hit character in Shanae when he did it. So I don't disagree with it. But whenever there's a black dude who's not openly gay playing a gay person, they're like, oh, they're just trying to further emasculate us, or just putting a black gay person on screen.
Damn.
So when you're like, please don't tell me that's what this is. You're like, yeah, it's an actual. I've never heard it in any other culture. I've never heard it in the Latinx community, white, Asian. I only hear about it when it comes to black dudes.
Yeah, I mean, in Spanish, I don't want to speak for all Latin countries, but like when I go visit family in Mexico and stuff, when you go watch like the comedy shows, they put like every dude puts on a dress and pretends to be la fea, the ugly woman.
Yeah.
And so like it's like it's a trope. So I guess that's not something, and maybe it's just like my ignorance talking, but like it's not something I've come across in my growing up around Mexican and Latin people.
But it's the same thing. But it's just like, okay, if it's a trope and it's a joke, it's a running joke. Now, if a dude is actually doing it and this is what he wants to do part-time, that's on him. But to make it seem like the stigma of, again, yes, there are people still in this day, white men who are terrified of the power of black men, just because they know of our resilience and our ability to overcome things and all this other stuff, and they want to break us down. That is fair. But there are also those who are like, I want to, as a creative mind, as an actor, I want to challenge myself. And that is a challenge in many instances. Now, granted, we have more openly gay men, openly trans actors. So it is more taboo to have those straight actors play those roles now. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, there's a perfectly good trans actor right here. You can just feed in,
Yeah.
I did want to say something to you that was on my mind before we started this, and it's been on my mind in the best way for the past 43 minutes. Thank you. I have been feeling very down and bad. And when I do these and talking to different people, I like talking to everyone I do these with. But I knew I was talking to you, and I kind of perked up.
Oh.
So I'm talking to Rudy. So
thanks, Jay.
It was I've been really, I'm trying to get out my own head. Been in my head a lot, because I'm trying to book more stand-up gigs, and it's seeming like impossible. And it's like, yo, what the fuck I gotta do? So it's really making me feel doubting myself as my ability to be a stand-up. But I just like talking and having fun, and just something about it, and I was down about that. But you helped bring my spirit up. So I just wanted to let you know. I'm gonna give you that thank you.
Jay, anytime, man. Like you can honestly just hit me up and just be like, hey, what you up to tonight? I'm like, hanging out.
Well, I probably think you'd be out in the streets whoring, in the 110 degree streets. I got my nipples on the concrete.
You leave my personal business out of this, Jay.
All right, my bad. Yeah. Hot vac summer. A hot vac summer. Which, before we get up out of here, which probably, I don't know if you saw Blurs today, but
I was at work.
So that variant, the Delta variant,
mm-hmm.
it's starting to perk up a little bit out here because a lot of motherfuckers ain't vaxxed, but it's finna start spreading everywhere because motherfuckers is trying to. Because you got some people like, oh, well, if you get vaccinated and they vaccinated, why should I get it? Like, you don't get. That's the same. That's why you get vaccinated as a child for measles, mumps, rubella, and all these other things to keep it from spreading. It's going to be interesting because we were talking about it. The 4th of July can fuck around and be a super surge event.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, we're open now. This country is open.
Yeah.
And so a lot of places I know here, I don't know if out there, because I know y'all just don't give a fuck from what I've heard in Phoenix, but a lot of places here are doing the whole, if you're vaccinated, you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. So you've got people basically trying to go off the fucking honor system, which is not good.
Yeah, I never trust anybody when it comes to my personal health. Maybe that's not the right way to put it, but like, I guess I don't trust the people around me when it comes to my personal health. Like, I'll go to a doctor, I'll see a physician, and I'll trust them. But yeah, Joe sitting next to me at the bar, no, I don't trust you.
I was at a get together for Juneteenth, and one of the guys said something that made this the biggest sense out of everything. I know not to trust you if you were quick and happy to take off your mask when they said you didn't have to. If you were quick to be like, fine, cool, yeah, something ain't right. Like, don't get me wrong, it's become annoying. We understand. Everybody understands that. Like, it gets annoying having to put this piece of cloth over your face or whatever. Fair. And then the analogy of, well, surgeons do it. Well, it's like that's their job, and I get it. But it's also, it is a fucking, like, COVID ain't done. Yeah. I just want everybody that's still watching this to know these started during COVID. COVID is still a thing. People may not act like it in the United States. COVID is still happening.
Mm-hmm. Brazil's lost a fuckload of people because of Bolsonaro.
Yeah, Brazil, India, they get tore off. Mm-hmm. Like, people like, oh, the pandemic's over. No, it's not.
Still in it. COVID's still here. I got it. I'm gonna have to get a booster shot eventually.
That's why I'm kind of glad why I got the one shot.
Okay.
Why I got the Johnson, because it was tailored to deal with variants.
But okay, I didn't know that.
That's another thing. People like, man, why you got to get a booster shot then if it works? Because there are variants.
Yeah, you get a cold shot every year. No one's ever like, oh, I got my one cold shot, I'm done. No, you go get one the next year.
People get flu shots repeatedly. Like, also, when people keep going, I don't trust how quick they came up with a vaccine. You got to tell them, well, this shows how stupid you are, because the vaccine was able to be made because COVID-19 is the next evolution of SARS, which was a major thing in China, which after SARS happened, guess what they did? They made a vaccine.
Yeah, and everybody was working on it then. We got everybody working on it now. It's, I trust the people who say it's safe. Going back to the mask thing, like, I hate that, like, wearing a mask might make me look like a fucking Republican because these motherfuckers out in the streets like, oh, I gotta wear a mask.
You mean not wearing a mask?
No. There was, for a moment, there was people in Republican, or I guess I should say conservative circles, who were like, oh, make sure to wear a mask so that way you don't catch any offshoots of the vaccine that might be going through people's systems.
What?
Like if you got a shot and then you're feeling a little sniffly and you sneezed, they don't want to catch the vaccine. That's a thing that I heard people complain about. I don't know how widespread it got, but that's been stuck in my fucking head ever since I heard about it. And I'm just, I'm like, don't make me look like a fucking Republican wearing a mask. How dare you? Like, I've been putting a mask on the whole thing.
It just made my fucking head hurt hearing that. Oh shit, hold on. No. I put the game on my TV through my computer so I can watch the Suns win, because I'm actually rooting for Phoenix.
Oh wow. Yeah, we've been doing good this year.
Because I'm rooting for Chris Paul. But like, that's so stupid. Oh my God. Like, now a lot of places out here, like I said, you don't have to wear a mask. I still bring a mask with me. I'm like, a lot of you, I look at you motherfuckers, I don't trust y'all. I don't fucking trust y'all. Like, no.
I don't know you.
Fucking know you. But listen, I gotta get up out of here. And I know I gotta let you get up out of here, man. As always, like I said, seriously, thank you for being a mood booster. Whether you do it or not, it is very grateful. Tell the people in the squad how they can find out what you got going on, get in touch with you, and because they can see you in the streets starting it out.
Yeah, you can catch me on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/FireChild460. You can catch me there. You can catch me on Twitter at Minority Movie Report. You can catch Minority Movie. You can catch me on Instagram at Minority Movie Report. And that's it. Don't look for me anywhere else. Those are my personal socials. Find me on my business. You aren't meant to see those. I don't need my DMs blown out everywhere.
Let me tell you something. You want to know how you get your DMs blown up? Mention the word logo on Twitter.
Logo
or graphic design. You will get spammed with all type of motherfuckers. I'm a graphic designer. You'd be like, yo, like calm the fuck down. So, but yeah, y'all already know the drill where to find me. Twitter, Instagram, Mr. J Washington. Thank you to everyone who watches these, enjoy these, tells me about them in private and public or whatnot. I appreciate y'all. Stay tuned for the next ones. We'll holla. Don't go nowhere. I'm out. Bye.